I think the definition of greatness is to inspire the people next to you. I think that's what greatness is or should be. It's not something that lives and dies with one person. It's how can you inspire a person to then in turn inspire another person that then inspires another person. And that's how you create something that I think lasts forever. And I think that's our challenge as people, is to figure out how our story can impact others and motivate them in a way to create their own greatness.
Remember that most of your stress comes from the way you respond to a situation, not necessarily the way life really is. Adjust your attitude, change your perspective, look for the good in all situations. Take the lesson and find new opportunities to grow, and let the extra stress, worrying, and overthinking go.
Life is like a book. Some chapters are sad, some are happy, but all are necessary for the full story.
Stress doesn't come from hard work. Stress primarily comes from not taking action over something that you can have some control over.
The most powerful selling tactic is to create fear. Instagram shows your friends having fun without you. Supreme creates FOMO with their clothing drops. Google ranks your competitor higher. The fear of missing out is more powerful than the desire for gain. People will do whatever they can to preserve what they already have.
Every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you gonna be? Are you getting better every single day? That's the question. And it's just taking small steps. You don't try to get it all done in one day, in 1 week, in 1 year. It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that then create the masterpiece.
You're as happy right now as you're going to be when you achieve this thing. In other words, achieving the thing is not going to make you happier. It's just going to put you back in the state that you're in right now. And achievements in that sense is like an amplifier of whatever you're feeling right now. So if you're feeling a sense of misery right now and you achieve something amazing, the wave of joy will pass and you'll be back miserable again. But if you're happy right now, if you feel fulfilled right now and you cultivate that, then you can achieve things and you'll still be fulfilled. And maybe even it'll inform which goals you go at.
Become curious. Question everything and look for answers. The world is built by curious people who wonder what is possible. If something is interesting to you, dive deeper into learning more. Take action one step at a time.
95% of our decisions are made by how you feel in the moment. And that is the problem. Do I feel like getting up?
No, you don't.
No. Do you feel like making that cold call? No, you don't. Do you feel like doing that third set of reps? No, you don't. We make decisions based on our feelings, and that is robbing you of joy and opportunity. If you accept the fact that you may never feel ready, and you may never feel motivated, and you may never feel confident, you may never feel courageous, and that's okay, but you can still push yourself forward. As you start to see yourself becoming the person that takes action, guess what happens? You build the skill of confidence and courage.
We all have routines. They can be productive or they can be poisonous. If you're not obsessed, you're going to be mediocre. Nobody cares. Work harder. If you're not the hardest working person you know, you're not working hard enough. An outlier will never allow someone to outwork them. Cameron Hanes.
You don't need the best tools to win in sales. Most people would rather buy a set of clubs than work on their swing. The same is true in sales. You need the best strategy, mindset, and work ethic. It's easier to get a new tool, but doing what people don't want to do is how you win.
You're playing the real estate game wrong. You need to be sourcing your own deals. Brokers don't source their own deals. Flippers don't source their own deals. Investors don't source their own deals. Lenders don't source their own deals. Learn to create your own inventory and guarantee yourself a path to wealth.
You need a mission. Obsession fuels outliers to become the best, driving people to change their life simply by going after what most call the impossible, turning misfits into legends, rural town kids into famous athletes, the desire to create greatness by chasing a mission bigger than them. It's where curiosity and hard work meets long-lasting effort. The word talented is disguised as obsession.
If you know what you want to do, and you do it, that's the work of a craftsman. If you begin with a question and use it to guide an adventure of discovery, that's the work of an artist. The surprises along the way can expand your work and even the art form itself.
I'm thankful for all of it. The highs and lows, the blessings, the lessons, the setbacks, the comebacks, the love, the hate. Honestly, it made me who I am today.
Your most enthusiastic customers need to be your number one priority. Here's why. They buy the most, they cost the least, they refer the most. Your biggest fans turn into a sales community. Obsess over how you can help them and watch your business grow.
People have a certain energy about them. When there are people in the world that are focused and I wake up in the morning with a purpose. This is what I'm doing. You can feel that energy. So those are the people that I tend to work with a lot. And if you don't have that, I can sense it. If you're a person that's very distracted, hanging around the wrong crowd, not having that sense of purpose, we don't want to be around you because that stuff will bring you down.
Everything is easy. When I labeled things as hard, my mind created resistance and thought it would take years to make progress. Guess what? It took years. Once I started telling myself everything is easy, I developed a natural flow and made 10x the progress in half the time.
Maybe your purpose in life isn't related to your job. Maybe your job is your job and the job is the thing that supports you. And then the rest of your waking hours are devoted to your purpose, whatever that is. If you need to have a job to support yourself, that's great. That's a noble thing to do. You want the stability of being able to take care of yourself in the world, to be free to do whatever your passion is.
This video will make you $100,000. You are hiring the wrong way. Good companies hire using the hiring ladder. First, hire for admin work. Second, hire for fulfillment work. Third, hire for marketing. Fourth, hire for sales. Lastly, hire for management and leadership.
The power of compounding can turn a penny into millions. A penny that doubles every day turns out to be over $5 million after just 30 days. But here's the shocking part. If you cut that time in half, the results are strikingly different. After 15 days, the total is just $163. The reason for this massive gap is due to the power of compounding. People think that growth happens like this, but in reality, the biggest gains happen later in the growth curve. So whether it's applied to investing, wealth building, or growing a brand, start investing and stay consistent. Your biggest gains are yet to come.
Success requires humility. Kanye interned for Fendi before Yeezy. Steve Jobs interned for HP before Apple. Oprah interned for a local CBS before The Oprah Show. The crowd confuses humility as a step backwards. You can make it your way forward.
This society is too weak. Do you think somebody in the Stone Ages had depression? A more modern variation, the Spartans. Do you think they had depression? Maybe you are laughing, but all of these groups, they are too busy with their body. They are too busy with activity to be depressed. Yeah, but nowadays, how does the time look? You can sit if you want from morning till evening just in front of the screen and nothing's gonna happen anymore. We need to make us stronger again. Get more physicality into your life.
Most people aren't ready to be rich. 80% of NFL players go broke. 65% of NBA players go broke. 70% of lottery winners go broke. A lot of people get rich, few get wealthy. If you don't know how to amplify money, money will just amplify your problems.
It's like when Kobe said, I was chasing perfection and excellence, even though I knew I would probably never catch it. But just the fact that I was willing to chase it, I would defeat most of my opponents because most of my opponents would never chase something that didn't have any guarantees attached to it.
63% of men under 30 are single. There were 16% fewer new businesses created this year than last year. The USA is facing a massive problem. We are facing a confidence problem. The confidence to go after what you want, to start a business, to stand up for what you believe is right. In 2023, the only way to know if you're headed in the right direction is if you're headed in the opposite direction of most people.
You know what? Life is short. And you can't go around life carrying baggage. You can't go around life carrying resentment. Just can't do it. It's too short. You know what I mean? So you have to forgive and move on.
Making $1 million won't change your life. The skills you develop on the way will. The confidence you develop on the way will. The persistence you develop on the way will. The failure you encounter on the way will. No, making $1 million will not change your life, but the person you become on your way there will.
The size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. If your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough. If you start off with a small dream, you may not have much left when it is fulfilled, because along the way, life will test your dreams and make demands on you.
You weren't born to work 40 hours a week doing something you hate, numb your mind with endless scrolling, and wake up one day wondering where the time went. Every day, zoom out and think, what would the highest version of myself do? Do that, and ignore anyone that tries to convince you that something else is important. It's not.
After you lose, or when you get knocked down, stay down there for a minute. Understand why you lost. What were the reasons? Why are you down here? Why did you lose? Why did you get knocked down? Because if you just jump right back up, you're going to lose again and again, and you're going to lose the same way. So every time I lost, I stayed down for a second, minutes, hours, days, weeks. But when I stood up, I was different.
You have to sacrifice your lower self to your higher self in order for you to proceed in a healthy manner, to be resilient, but also for you to participate in the covenant that would make for a united society.
The best of the best, they're always looking for a competitive edge. They're always looking for that 0.001% thing that can make them better. The 1%ers, the 0.01, they sweat every single detail. Because the one thing they let slip, somebody is going to use that to their advantage.
It takes years. Then it happens all at once. Every failure, every small win, every endless night on your laptop, working on a vision only you can see, they all count. But few will understand what those moments are building until it's built. And overnight success takes thousands of nights. Keep going.
Quote hit me in my chest. Usain Bolt said, I trained 4 years to run 9 seconds. People give up when they don't see results in 2 months.
When you sell, that's when you start. When your employees sell, that's when you grow. When your customers sell, that's when you scale. So how do you get from starting to scaling? Deliver great results, to build trust, to create advocacy. The more that your team and customers believe and trust, the more they sell for you.
We've all been lied to. Our parents, teachers, the media, they all told us that debt is bad. The truth is, not all debt is created equal. Consumer debt to buy things that have no long-term value, that's bad debt. Debt that is used to buy something that creates value, that's a good debt. Debt is one of the biggest creators of wealth in this country. You just have to know how to use it.
The dark side of human nature has a lot of creativity, has a lot of energy. An artist has to have a dark side. You use your dark side because all those dark emotions, all the people that shat on you in your life, they inspire you. They create your best work. Don't run away from your shadow. Don't run away from your narcissism. Use it in a healthy way.
Self-actualization is about solving your own problems. Business is about solving other people's problems. Your purpose is about solving a big problem in the world. The internet lets you do all at once.
The 3 most important decisions you will make in your life: who you marry, who you work with, who your friends are. We're influenced by these people 24/7. Choose to be around people that create energy.
Creativity is a muscle. Fuel your mind with reading, train your mind with writing, use ideas as your clay, use execution as your chisel. With time, create a sculpture worth mentioning in the future's history books.
Elon Musk once said, don't confuse schooling with education. At 5 years old, we start our schooling. At 22 years old, we take our last class. But most of us never actually start learning. We don't learn taxes, we don't learn business, and we don't learn banking. The one thing that schools do teach us is that our education is up to us.
You're born with a gift. If not that, then you get good at something along the way. And what you're good at, you don't take for granted. You don't betray it.
What if you do betray your gift?
And you betray yourself. It's a sad thing.
If you win enough days, you win the week. If you win enough weeks, you win the month. If you win enough months, you win the year. And if you win enough years, you win life. It's that simple, all right? There's no magic outside of that.
What is this story?
Here's a super basic breakdown of a story, and every good story follows this rule. That is the rule of a 3-act narrative. You've got a beginning, you've got a middle, you've got an end. Setup, conflict, resolution. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water, Act 1. Jack fell down and broke his crown, Act 2. Jill came tumbling after, Act 3. Setup, conflict, resolution.
As an artist, if you like it, that's all of the value. Success comes when you say, I like this enough for other people to see it.
When your discipline changes, your daily routine improves. When your motivation increases, your goals become reachable. When your mindset improves, the important things in life become more visible. Do all of these things and your character will improve 1% each day.
Here's why Marriott and Starbucks make billions. Starbucks dark roast beans so that they taste the same everywhere. Marriott has standardized customer experience worldwide. Consistency is the key. When customers know exactly what they will get, you win.
2 truths to set you free. Number 1 is, you're never ready. You never will be ready. There's no such thing as a perfect time. Start now. And number 2 is, nobody's thinking about you, or me, or anybody else for that matter. Stop worrying about what other people are thinking. They're only thinking about themselves.
Seneca said it was the one thing all fools had in common. They say, I'll get to it later. I'll do it after, once I finish, tomorrow. What makes you think you have that luxury? Nobody knows what the future holds. No one knows how much time we have left. Life is happening right now, this second. Fools are always delaying to live. Fools are always getting ready to start. Don't be a fool. Live today. Do it now.
There are only 3 levels of wealth. 1, you can pay your bills without stress. 2, you can eat anywhere without looking at the bill. And 3, you can travel wherever and whenever. After this point, money is just more points on the scoreboard. Define your rich life and play your own game.
There's an ancient Japanese concept called ikigai, which is the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. And the Japanese believe that leading a life at the center of these 4 qualities gives a person a sense of purpose and a reason for living. When you know your ikigai and understand its meaning, you're aligned with the work you've longed to do and the work the world needs you to do.
Go do something. Do the best thing that you can think of. Put the best plan you have into practice. It's not going to be perfect, and it will change along the way. But it will change partly because you become disciplined pursuing the path. And as you become disciplined, you become wiser. And as you become wiser, you become able to formulate better and better plans.
Focus and fail fast. Learn quickly. Try something new. The faster you fail and learn, the faster you succeed. You actually learn to succeed by failing.
Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow, even if that someone is yourself.
There's a Japanese legend that says, a person needs just 3 things to be truly happy in this world. Someone to love, something to do, and something to hope for.
Intentionally act like the person you want to become. Because when you intentionally act like the person you want to become, your brain sees you taking those actions, so your brain starts to change the way it relates to you.
You got to keep working. Your time's going to come. Trust me. Like, you got to work. Your time is going to happen. You're here for a reason. But you got to be ready, because if you're not, it's on you.